This is a King James moment, brought to you by Lighthouse Baptist Church in Grand Prairie, Texas. In 2 Samuel 5:21, the Bible says, "And there they left their images, and David and his men burned them." They burned the images. You know, most of these new versions eliminate the word burned, and they just say that they carried them away. If they just carried them away, what did they carry them away for? Where did they carry them away to? Were they going to keep them? Were they going to use them? They believe in still using idols today. They don't want a strong warning against having images, because the Catholics seem to have an image for just about everything. If you go into most Catholic churches, just about every Catholic church I've ever been in has images of Jesus, Mary, dead saints. And when the Catholic Church converts a pagan tribe somewhere, we've heard of cases where they come in and just take their images and put a Catholic name on them. See, they usually allow people to keep their images and just change it. In fact, that's kind of how the Catholic Church got started. In 1 Corinthians chapter number 10 and verse 28, the Bible says, "But if any man say unto you, This is offered in sacrifice unto idols, eat not for his sake that showed it, and for conscience sake. For the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof." Again, to protect the Catholic practice of bowing down to statues, the NIV and the ESV omit the words "unto idols" from this verse, very conveniently. Matthew chapter number 6 and verse number 7 says, "But when you pray, use not vain repetition as the heathen do, for they think that they shall be heard for their much speaking." The NIV changes the word vain repetition to babbling. Can I just tell you, there's a difference between vain repetition and babbling. Vain repetition can just be annoying. Babbling is something that's just completely not understood. It's gibberish. It's incoherent. There's a difference. Do you think it's possible that the NIV made this change to protect the Catholic practice of the rosary, which is a series of scripted prayers repeated many times in a row, vainly repeated? They actually count the little beads on their necklace to keep track of how many times they've said their prayer until they're done. That is almost the definition of vain repetition. As you've seen, many of these Bibles, which claim to be orthodox or doctrinally neutral, or some of these even claim to be very Protestant, they have an obvious Roman Catholic slant. Did the translators ignorantly do that with some kind of satanic influence? Or were they purposefully done to appease the Catholic Church or Catholic readers to sell more Bibles? Regardless of the reason, the effects are the same. Since it started, the Roman Catholic Church has led at least 1 billion people to hell by teaching worship of Mary, by teaching idol worship, by teaching work salvation. The King James Bible clearly shows the way to heaven. Friend, I say it a lot, but not in vain repetition. I'm just excited about sticking with my King James Bible. And once again, this has been a King James moment from Lighthouse Baptist Church.